Well, it seemed pretty violent from where we were. North Carolina, the state where Hurricane Irene, as it was called at the time, first made landfall. Some pretty violent stuff there. We were thrown away around quite a lot by the heavy winds there. And this was a hurricane that lasted a very long time. It took a long time to pass through the area where we were, around 17 or 18 hours of very strong winds there. As you said there, it was downgraded in the end to the tropical storm that it was in New York City. Now, we were in touch with our correspondents up in New York constantly and told them if this hurricane was to stay what it was at the time, a very, very strong one indeed, well, New York would have some serious damage. Luckily for that city, it was downgraded in the end. As one colleague said, as soon as Hurricane Irene hit Wall Street, it was very quickly downgraded. Still, though, on the way back up here to Washington from North Carolina, we did see some of the effects of Hurricane Irene, quite a lot of flooding there and a lot of people without power. And, of course, there is that number of victims still unclear at the moment, but we're looking at around the 20 mark at the moment.
And now, of course, the recovery begins. Still a lot of work to do there as well.
Yes, absolutely. The US President saying this is not over yet. Now, what he's talking about here are those recovery efforts. A lot of people without power, a lot of flooding possibly still to come. One acronym you'll hear a lot is FEMA. That's the Federal Emergency Management Agency that pretty much organized all of this. A lot of people now saying there might have been a little bit too much hype around this with so many mandatory evacuations. Of course, the likes of Mayor Bloomberg of New York City and Barack Obama himself will say that is why there were only victims around the 20 mark. Of course, that figure could still rise. But the consensus really here in Washington and all around the East Coast is that pretty much everybody got off relatively lightly here.